The Madman! Welcome to more Scholomance Academy cards, and we're gonna start off with a very spicy one. Potion of Illusion. Now at first glance, this looks just like an innocent mage rogue dual class card. 4 mana, add 1/1 copies of your minions to your hand, they cost 1. But theory crafting was very quick to reveal the combo. First, you want to lay down a quest and play a licensed adventurer to get a coin. Second, sometime during the game you have to play 2 Sorcerer's Apprentices and play 2 Potions of Illusions. Each Potion of Illusion played will add 2 copies of 1 mana Sorcerer's Apprentices to your hand. And then you need a Archmage Antonidas as well. You play Archmage Antonidas, 7 mana, you play a coin, so you have 4 mana left. And then for the 4 mana, you play 4 Sorcerer's Apprentices. This makes fireballs cost 0. And then you fireball. That actually doesn't sound that ridiculous. It's just a 6-card combo. And of course, any combo deck immediately crushes any control deck if the control deck doesn't have disruption. So I actually think it is not that far off the mark. So very interesting combination card. Also has some applications in being played for value. If you play like high Battlecry value cards and then you Potion of Illusion them. For example, you play Bareoff and then you play the Potion of Illusion. You're getting a lot of big value there. Also in Mage Rogue land, Brain Freeze, 1 mana dual class card. Freeze a minion. Combo, also deal 3 damage to it. It's Frostbolt for 1 mana. Only catch is you have to play a card before it, and it doesn't go face. I think this is a really good solid card. It's possibly difficult to think about where it fits in a mage or rogue list, but I think it's the type of card that's just a nice card that works for you. The more low cost cards you have in your deck, the better the Brain Freeze is. 1 mana deal 3 is just great. High Priestess Allura, 4 mana Paladin Priest, dual class card. 4 mana 3/6. Spell Burst. Cast a spell from your deck, targets this if possible. This is actually the type of card that you build an entire deck around, even though it is just 1 card, because there are other cards that fit this theme as well. For example, in a Libram Paladin deck, it's easy to get Libram of Wisdom to cost 0 mana. So you play High Abbess Allura, and then you play Libram of Wisdom on her, and then you have the chance to get even the Libram of Hope from your deck, and that's going to get you an 8/8. That's such a huge swing turn. 4 mana for 3/6, well, 4/7 with the Wisdom, and then you get a free 8/8 Taunt Divine Shield. It's huge! So Allura could get any of your many Paladin buffs, and that's really good. There are very few Paladin spells that actively harm Allura. For Priest, there's a deck called Cube Priest right now, which actually uses a lot of spells that target your minions. You can cast Grave Runes, you can cast Psych Split, you can cast Apotheosis. Big value card to slot right into that deck. Nice. I think she's a good card to segue into Lord Bareoff. That's an equality that comes with a Whirlwind and costs less than equality. I think one of the commenters on the reveal said it best. So we're going to make a Battlecry equality card. Let's lower the mana cost by 1 and give it +3/+2 and add a Whirlwind spell onto it, a actual warrior card. Lord Bareoff is really, really good. It's possible he's even better in Warrior than Paladin because you play Risky Skipper and then you play Lord Bareoff, and that is actually a board clear. Plus, you're left with a 3/1 on top of that. On the Paladin side, you could have some guys out on the board, you play Lord Bareoff, you trade your guys into their guys. That's great. You can also Lord Bareoff Consecration. I don't think I was exaggerating when I said that Lord Bareoff was just a card that maybe perhaps is worth like 5 or 6, and he costs 3. There's gotta be some sort of value to be had here, and I think he's gonna be a staple in a lot of Warrior and Paladin decks. Speaker Gildra, a Druid Shaman, dual class card. 3 mana, 1/4 Rush Wind Fury, Spell Burst, gain attack and health equal to the spell's cost. I think the big thing to realize about this is a 3 mana 2/5 Rush Wind Fury is quite good, which means the only requirement to make Speaker Gildra good is to play a 1 mana card after playing Speaker Gildra. But why stop at 1 mana? If you play a 7 mana card after playing Speaker Gildra, you're getting a 3 mana 8/11 Rush Wind Fury. That's insane. So on the Druid side, Speaker Gildra will just naturally perhaps fit into a new type of deck that ramps and perhaps has some big spells. She is really good to embiggen as well, because then she'll just naturally come out as a 3/6. It's pretty sweet. On the Shaman front, there's been a lot of movement towards creating a spell-based Shaman, and Speaker Gildra works especially well in that deck because you have a bunch of spells anyways. Speaker Gildra is just going to be an efficient minion in that deck. You cast some spells, you get spell burst effects. Spell Shaman actually is going to get a decent boost in this expansion, assuming good spell burst cards, because they already want to have a bunch of spells. Forest Warden Omu is another card for Druid, similar to Potion of Illusion in the creation of a combo deck. 6 mana 5/4 spell burst refresher mana crystals. There is a potential combo with this where you play Forest Warden Omu, and then you play Germination on the Omu. You're at 10 mana, so you refresh your full 10 mana, and the Forest Warden Omu, who just came into play, still has Spell Burst on him, which means you have 10 mana available, and also once you cast any spell, you're going to get another 10 mana. So this would be something like Malagos into Moonfire, and then you refresh your mana again, and then you go Moonfire, swipe, swipe. That right there is 30 damage. Another potential OTK, it's not infinite damage like the mage version, but another direction to go. Maybe Druid is more stable. On top of combo cards, this could also be a decent mid-range or control or ramp type card, because if you do Spell Burst, it is 0 mana or even negative mana, get a 5/4, with the prerequisite that you have to play this on turn 6 or over. A lot of potential here, interesting applications for combinations. Argent Braggart. This is a very impressive card for 2 mana. 1/1, but it'll never be a 1/1. Battlecry, gain attack and health to match the highest in the battlefield. This is a faceless shambler, which doesn't have to target your own stuff, and it's even better than that. You can get your opponent's highest attack and health, and even better, it takes it from not just 1, but all the minions out there. If one minion's a 5/1, one minion's a 1/8, you're getting a 5/8 for 2 mana. Now that's some good stats for cost. Argent Braggart is really good with buffs also, because buffs naturally raise the attack and health of a minion. Maybe this is a really good combination of high Abyss Allura type decks, where you're trying the buff stuff. This is just really good. Doesn't have to be in any specific combo deck, just a standalone good Paladin card. I'm sure you'll get 2 mana 3/5s or 2 mana 4/4s or 2 mana 5/6s very consistently. Professor Slate is an interesting card for a hunter. We haven't seen very many hunter cards yet, so it is difficult to evaluate this one. 3 mana 3/4, your spells are poisonous. The big card to think of in combination with Slate is Rapid Fire. If you play Professor Slate, you can actually, for 2 mana, kill 2 of your opponent's cards. We have to look at the other hunter cards in the set to really think about how good Professor Slate is. Currently, I don't think Professor Slate plus Rapid Fire is enough to warrant the Slate deck, but we'll see. And we conclude on a card which I had to take a lot of practice on reviewing. Educated Alec, 3 mana 3/4. Whenever a spell is played, this minion remembers it. Death Rattle, shuffle the spells into your deck. And this goes off of the popular saying that an elephant never forgets. And I was very curious on whether or not this phrase went across multiple cultures, and it turns out it does. In Germany, there's a phrase that vaguely translates to elephant memory. Elefanten Gedächtnis. Anyways, this card's basically a meme. Not really that useful to play a 3 mana 3/4, such a delayed ability, but it's a cool card, and it's very memorable as the elephant that never forgets. If you really want a meme, there is a potential to Educated Alec, Potion of Illusion, and Ice Block. There's something there where you have infinite ice blocks and infinite Alex to remember the infinite ice blocks with infinite Potion of Illusions. You're gonna need some sort of card draw engine in there too, but for true wild despair, that sounds pretty funny. So a very spicy set of cards this time around with a few combo enablers. I feel like combo decks are a cool part of Hearthstone. They serve their purpose, and perhaps Glide from Demon Hunter is more understood now as a card that is used to delay or stop these combo decks. And stay tuned for the next reveal, because that is the reveal stream and the remaining cards of Scholomance Academy. That's gonna still be quite a number of cards. 71 cards revealed so far, 64 to go. So you're gonna see a lot of cards all of a sudden.